This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Washington, Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
And as they always seem to do, the Mavs feasted on the Eastern Conference last season. Dallas would end up with 50 wins on the year, and 21 of them coming against the East.
On defense, Dallas. And Beal kicks to Oubre. Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. As you said, the Mavs just taking it to the Eastern Conference. It's been that way for a long time, it seems. They've really Clark got that number.
Well, under the Mavs' current ownership, they have never had a losing record against the Eastern Conference, Kevin. Beating up the East is why they've been in the playoffs so much in the last 15 years.
And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Mavericks ball. Lewis with it. From deep three-point range. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. And it's blocked by Lewis. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Nene. And it's Beal in the corner. Back to Nene. Outside for Beal. Puts up a three. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
To the middle. And finished off by Oubre.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals following the score by Dallas. Stolen by Lewis. And now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. Pass to pt². Clock at 6. Matthews, no one around him. No good from outside. Wizards leading by 3. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Oubre. Parsons with the rebound. pt² dishes to Lewis. Dallas moving it around. Nowitzki against Gortat, and he gets it to go.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Wizards have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. From 10 feet out, cannot hit. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Matthews, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
A different look for Dallas. Villanueva comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Matthews. Then for the Wizards, Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Dudley comes in for Oubre. And John Wall subbed in for Bradley Beal. Villanueva dishes it to Williams. Second chance shot. Rebound, Washington.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Wall, that's good.
And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Wizards leading by 4. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Parsons with the rebound.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now here's Parsons. Drills the three-pointer. Parsons got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Just his first attempt. And he can't bank that one in. For Dallas, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And here is Lewis. Nowitzki a screen. Lewis attacking, and that's a foul. Called on Chris Humphries. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks.
And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey.
When I first got here, my first...
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, for sure.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Taking a look at the Wizards. All out there with Gary Neal. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then it's Nene. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
Getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles in competition. That goes for sports and life.
Harris has checked in for Dallas. And a switcher also for Washington. Beal's checked in.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
Pass to Villanueva. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you but you want to do one thing: limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pachulia the pass to Barea. Another miss by Barea.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Neal's shot is off.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. All alone. The shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And Matthews kicks to Harris. And J.J. Barea the bucket on the assist by Harris. Barea's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Dudley dishes to Beal. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Neal. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, but they recover it. Jacks up a three. Charlie Villanueva grabs the miss.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lewis checked in for J.J. Barea. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for Gary Neal. Deflects the pass. Matthews with the steal. And now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. And it's Matthews with the jam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Beal the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. And again, Washington no good. For Dallas, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Now Villanueva. And Matthews kicks to Lewis. Beal with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. Feeds it to Oubre. He dishes it to Gortat. It's Beal on the wing. Oubre with it. Matthews covering. Oubre, good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Washington.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And here's the break. Here's Lewis. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Gortat misses.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
One-on-one here. Oubre dishes to Nene. Now here's Oubre. Lewis covering. Here's Beal. 5 on the clock. Hits the target from 18 feet. Beal's got 10.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
The pass to Matthews. Gortat with the steal. Here's Oubre. That's short off the rim. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now here's Lewis. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.